Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here I will explain how to make address filtering. Prepare one laptop, 3 router boards, 3 Ethernet cables, and 2 handphones. Number 1. I have set the ISP router. This ISP router is used only for internet access, which will later spread internet access to the server router and client router. Number 2. Set the router 1. Login Winbox application, then connect using MAC address router 1. Next, give identity router 1 with the following command. Next, connect to the internet using LAN cable with the following command. Next, type the command ipdhcp client print. You can see here that the result is bound, meaning the internet is connected. Next, add IP firewall net masquerade so that client router 1 gets internet access with the following command. Next, type the command IP firewall not print to see the configuration result. Next, verify the internet by pinging, and you can see here the TTL result, meaning the internet is running. Next, click Tools menu, select Roamon, and put a check mark on tab Enable. Next, enter the Roamon password and make sure the password on both routers is the same. Next, click Interfaces menu. Here we can see the Roamon interface used on the Ether4 interface. Connect router 1 and router 2 via LAN cable using the Ether4 interface. Next, connect using MAC address router 2. Next, click System menu, click Identity, then give identity router 2, then click Apply OK. Next, click Tools menu, click Roamon, then put a check mark on tab Enabled. Next, enter the Roamon password. Roamon password on both routers must be the same. Next, click New Inbox, then click Connect to Roamon. Then connect using MAC address router 1. Next, click Maximize. On the wireless menu, select the Security Profile tab and add a security profile for access point router 1 with the following command. Next, click Wi-Fi interfaces, then enable WLAN 1. Then double-click WLAN 1. Next, add access point router 1 with AP bridge mode and point the security profile to the previously created security profile with the following command. Next, add the IP address of the WLAN 1 interface with the following command. Next, add the IPDHCP server for the WLAN 1 client with the following command. Then you can see here that the IPDHCP server is still invalid because no client has answered yet. Next, click Windows plus right arrow to create two screens. Next, click Wireless menu, select Security Profile. We better maximize it. Okay, next, click plus icon. Then add security profile access point router 1 with the following command. Next, click Wi-Fi interfaces, then enable WLAN 1. Next, connect VLAN 1 using the scanner menu and scan access point router 1 with the following command. Then it will fill in all the regulation if we scan access point router 1. Next, change the radio name to router 1. Then navigate to the security profile that was created previously. Then you can see here that VLAN 1 is running. Next, click Windows plus right arrow to create two screens again. Next, on router 1, click wireless menu. Then you can see here that VLAN 1 is running too. Next, click the registration table and you can see here that router 1 and router 2 are connected to each other. Next, on router 2, request DHCP client with the following command. And you can see here that the status is bound and has received IP DHCP, meaning the internet on router 2 is already running. Next, connect the laptop client to the router 1 access point with the following command. Then you can see here that the laptop client is connected. Then check the registration table. Router 1 has entered the MAC address of the laptop client. Next, connect the handphone A client to the router 1 access point, and you can see in the registration table that router 1 has entered the MAC address of the handphone A client. Next, right-click the MAC address of the client router and client laptop. Next, select Copy to Access List so we can register it as a client access list on router 1. Next, click the Access List tab and here we can see the MAC address of the laptop client and router client registered on the router 1 access list. Next, check the DHCP server lists table. Here we can see that clients have been detected entering the server router 1. Because only the MAC addresses listed in the access list can connect, uncheck the default authenticate option with the following command. Next, try reconnecting the handphone A client to access point router 1. So here we can see that the handphone A client cannot connect because only clients that have been registered on the access list can connect. Then check the registration table router 1 so that the client MAC address of handphone A will not be entered. Next, in the router 2 registration table, right-click the MAC address access point router 1, select Copy to Connect List so that router 2 is connected based on the MAC address of the access point registered in the Connect list, so that router 2's wireless will not move to another access point. Because only MAC addresses listed in the connect list can connect, uncheck the default authenticate option on VLAN 1. Next, add a security profile to try to connect using the access point from my handphone with the following command. Next, click the wireless menu. Then double-click VLAN 1, select the Scan tab, then connect using my handphone access point, then it will automatically fill in the interface with all the regulation if we scan. Then direct the security profile to my handphone access point. Here we can see the VLAN 1 status will not run because router 2 has been set to only be able to connect to the router 1 access point. Then we try to connect again using access point router 1 with the following command. Here we can see the status of VLAN 1 running because router 2 is set to only be able to connect to access point router 1. Next, check default authenticate again on router 1 and router 2 so that the handphone B client can connect with the following command. Connect the handphone B client to router 1's access point and you can see in the registration table and the HTTP server lists table that router 1 has entered the MAC address of the handphone B client. Next, on router 2, click the new terminal menu and ping between clients. Then here will be a reply or TTL, which means the clients are connected to each other. Likewise, if you ping from the handphone client B, the result will be a reply or TTL. Next, on router 1, double-click VLAN 1, then uncheck default forward, then click apply OK. OK, here it's disconnected, then we'll reconnect. Next, on router 2, ping between clients again. Then the result will be a timeout, which means clients cannot connect to each other. Likewise, if you ping from client handphone B, the result will be a timeout. Then I will try checking the default forward router 1 option again with the following command. OK, here it's disconnected, then we'll reconnect. Next, do a ping between clients again, then the result will be TTL. Then the following are the result of the DHCP server releases table and registration table on router 1. Next, do a ping between clients again, then the result will be TTL. So much from me. Thanks. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.